can send it. We can send it to all the other people that didn't
Yeah,
connect
sure.
at this time. So guys, I would like to introduce you my friend Lorenzo. He is one of the managers of Bucharest Marathon. As I told all of you before, we've met a couple of weeks before when he visited Israel, and I think the race is amazing. So maybe you would like to. I think that you will enjoy to talk with Lorenzo and to learn more about the race, and maybe you will join me this year when I'm going to do the race. Lorenzo, the stage is yours.
Okay, I have the presentation open here. Let me
Yes,
see if
you
I
can share
can
screen.
manage. Sorry?
I gave you the share screen option, so you can share the screen.
Yeah, and now the presentation, share, and now you should see it.
Yes, we can see the presentation.
So you can see the presentation, you can hear me well, so I can start.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. First of all, before starting the presentation, I have one little question for everybody. Is any of you ever been to Bucharest, or do you know someone that has visited Bucharest already? Not necessarily for the events. Okay, I will start maybe with the most important info from the presentation. Uh, Bucharest, actually Romania, it's not far from Israel. It's only 2 hours flying. This is one important info. There are over 35 flights weekly from Tel Aviv to Bucharest from different companies. And also very important to make you feel like home when you will come in Bucharest. We have a large community, an important community of Jewish people. It's coming from history. We have a long history together. Okay, now back to us. We are Bucharest Running Club. We are currently organizing 3 events. Uh, First of all, this is one of our mottos. David Ogilvy, one of the pioneers of advertising, said this thing once, and it's more than true. So, Bucharest Running Club was founded in 2007 by Olympic champion Valeria Răcilă. She won the gold medal in Los Angeles, and she also has a bronze medal in Olympics in Moscow in 1980. She used to be a rower, but before going to boats, she was a runner. So after she ended her career as a rower, she came back to running, and she started the club, and together with some friends, uh, they started to organize the marathon in Bucharest. At that time, in 2008, Bucharest didn't have such an event, and actually, it was the last capital in European Union to have a marathon event. Now we are organizing the Bucharest Marathon, which is second weekend every year, second weekend of October every year. We are also organizing the Bucharest Half Marathon. This one is organized every year, second weekend of May. And we are also organizing Bucharest 10K Grand Prix. It's a younger event. It's our youngest event. And this one is a sunset run in Bucharest in June. And all these events are organized under the umbrella of under the Running Bucharest umbrella, which is a platform for our events. Is an invitation please come to run in Bucharest and discover the city, discover us, and so on. And it's also a statement, a very strong statement. We run in Bucharest. Why it's City of Joy, City of Running? You will find out in some moments. It's because it's always important to tell the truth, but not to just to tell it, to share it to everyone. It has to be told as fascinating as possible. Our events now are the biggest mass running events in Romania. Back in 2008, Bucharest Marathon had only 800 participants on all races, from kids to marathon runners. In 2019, the last year before the pandemic, we had not 5,000 participants on all events. There were 50,000 participants on all the three events. The thing we are the most proud of are the kids races. Maybe would surprise you these things, but we are the most proud of the kids races because in 2018 in Bucharest half marathon event and Bucharest half marathon event, in each event we had around 8,000 kids, which makes the kids races the biggest kids races in Europe. And this is quite a thing. So Bucharest is the capital city of Romania. It's the most important city in terms of administration, politics, and economy. The population within the city limits, it's 2,200,000 people. These data are as per 2022 data. And based on these numbers, Bucharest is is number 6 in the ranking of biggest cities in Europe, not only in the European Union. And now back to the story, to the City of Joy, City of Running, City of Running. The one that founded the city, his name was Bucur. Bucur in English literally means joy. So Bucharest, in a translation in English, it means City of Joy. It's in the south part of Romania, quite close to only 60 kilometers to the Danube, and also to the border with Bulgaria. It's only 2 hours away from the Black Sea, 2.5 hours away from Brasov in the mountains. Also very close to Brasov is the famous Bran Castle, also known as Dracula's Castle, and because it has a favorable geographical position, it's very easy to reach Bucharest by plane mainly, if coming from any part of Europe, and also from other continents, because Bucharest, it has good connections with all important hubs in Europe. So more or less, no matter where you are coming from in Europe, in 2 hours, 2.5 hours, you are in Bucharest. The airport is very close to, as I previously said, there are 36 flights between Bucharest and Tel Aviv operated by Romanian state Tarom, by Israel state El Al. There is also Ryanair, Wizz Air. There is also High Fly, I guess, and another company, but they are flying all the time, and all the time the flights are fully booked. These are the companies operating on Bucharest airport, and there are also others partners with these companies. So anytime you choose to come to Bucharest, you will find easily a way to come here. In terms of formalities, in terms of visas, if necessary, we can offer support together with the Romanian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It's no problem. But as far as I know, currently Israel citizens do not need a visa to come to Romania. All that is needed, it's only the passport, and this is it. Bucharest is a city to be discovered. It's quite surprising. Also, for me, I am born in Bucharest. I lived for all my life in Bucharest, but there are still things that I discover every day. Maybe the most well-known symbol of the city is this building you are seeing in the picture. I don't like it at all. I consider it's useless, is huge, is ugly. We have it, so we have to deal with it. It was built by Ceausescu. He was let's say crazy when he decided to build this. It was a decision made after a visit he paid in after a visit he did in Phenian in North Korea. He was a very close friend of Kim Il-sung, if you remember, relative to this detector they have now. So he decided to build this. There was no way to argue with his decisions. And in order to make place for this huge building, 40,000 people had to be moved away from their houses. Their houses have been demolished, and so on. This building holds many records in the Guinness Book World of Records. Some of them, it's the second biggest administrative building in the world after the Pentagon, is the heaviest building in the world, is the building with the biggest volume, and many, many other records. For example, from the ground to the top, this building is about 98 meters. From the ground to the most bottom underground, it's over 100 meters. Nobody knows how many rooms are inside. The building itself, it's not finished yet, after more than 30 years after Ceausescu. And now it hosts the Romanian Parliament and some other state institutions, but also the National Museum of Contemporary Art. In terms of accommodation, Bucharest is compared to many cities in Europe and many countries is we can consider it if not cheap, but at least reasonable. For example, a single room in a 4 stars hotel like Ibis Styles, for example, it's around 65 to 70 euro per person per night. Breakfast is included, and these hotels are situated right in the middle of the city, not the city limits. And if you choose to go to a 5 stars hotel, like I don't know, Hilton Network or Marriott or Intercontinental, or I don't know what other, Radisson, for example, the prices are around 110 euros per night per person, breakfast included.
Laurencio, does the marathon have any connection with the hotels? Do you have any packages?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good to know.
I can tell you that when it was the Tel Aviv Marathon, it was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was discussing there then with someone from a travel agency, that kind of agency that takes runners and goes to Berlin Marathon or New York and so on. And he told me that in October, this year. Most probably there will be from his group at least 40 runners, and they already decided, they have chosen the hotel, and they are satisfied with the prices and the conditions the hotel offered. And they simply have chosen the price that it is at the reception. It's a 5 stars hotel. It's a Novotel, and it's around 100 or 110 euros per night. So in terms of prices, compared to Tel Aviv, obviously it's cheaper. But I can tell you that for 100 euro in Milan, for example, or in Frankfurt or Barcelona, you can find no more than 3 stars hotel.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
100 for 5 star, 100 euros for 5 star, it's very good.
Yeah, yeah. For tourists coming from abroad, it's a very good price. For the Romanians, it's a bit expensive because we are talking about economy, the power of money, and so on. But this is another discussion.
Yeah, okay.
The event, the marathon event is taking place, as I've said at the beginning, every time the second weekend of October. The first day of the event is dedicated to non-competitive races, meaning popular race and kids races. What you are seeing here in the picture is it's the start. I don't know how many people are there, but I can tell you for sure that it's only one start. There were several after this, several others after this one.
And
Start and finish.
the star is in front of the big building you show us before, right? This is the same
I,
area.
I will show you another picture only in moments. The start is not in front of that building. It's only 300 meters away. So it's 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes away. But it's very, very near to that building. We moved it from that place because it was the only option to accommodate this amount of runners. But the finish and expo are in front of that building.
Yes, okay.
So back to the program, kids races. This is how it looks when they start. Everybody is happy. What is important here, because they are young and they are learning. They have to learn that it's not about a competition. It's about fair play. It's about respect. Therefore, uh, they get the race kit just like an adult. As you see, the bib numbers are the same. The medals are the same. Official t-shirts and so on, so there is no difference between kids and adults from this point of view. On the other hand, prices are not offered like in adults races based on rankings, because obviously when in the category 6 to 8 years old, you cannot compare the uh, a 6-year-old kid to an 8-year-old kid. It's by far obviously that the 8-year-old kid will win that race. It's more important for them to understand that this is for fun. It's more important to be there to do some sports activities and so on. And the prices are awarded by raffle, meaning that on the stage there is a small kid, usually 3 or 4 years old, that picks a number, and after that, if the kid, for example, picks from a box the number 117, if the kid is there, will get the prize.
can my kid join the kid race also? Is it closed only
Yes,
for
yes, of course, of course. How old is he? How old is the
4 years
kid?
old? Can she join?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, the most beautiful race within all the races, it's the 0 to 4 to 5 years old category. It's the only category where kids are allowed to go with parents.
Yes. And
And
does it cost money to join this kid race?
yes. And
Okay.
by the way, there is no registration fee for the kids.
Okay, so it's free.
It's free of charge. It's free of charge. It always have been free of charge, and it will always be free of charge for kids. From 0 to 18 years old, nobody pays nothing,
Amazing.
but
Amazing.
gets the same things as an adult in a competitive race.
Okay.
On the second day, this is the start we had last year in 2022. Uh, so it's this picture from the helicopter, but now is seen from the ground. You see a lot of masks there because there were still some restrictions in force at that time. Everybody had to have the mask at the start, but they could remove it after the first 50 100 meters. So on
But now there's no regulation for mask or yeah, okay.
no. It's the same like in Israel. The races on Sunday are individual 10K relay, teams of 4 members. It's marathon relay. It's also the half marathon distance and marathon race. Start is here. The finish you will see in a moment the area with the finish. Uh, it's not only one start tower, as you see here. There are two start towers, so everybody have enough will have enough space to run. Prizes, of course, are awarded by rankings. This is the race profile for the 10K race. It's only the most important thing when it comes to the courses. Uh, they are entirely in the middle of the city. There is no part of the race going to the city limits. Everything is in the middle of the city. Back to the 10K race. This is the profile, only 22 meters elevation. The start is right on the left where it says Parcul Izvor, and a bit under it, under that green symbol, it's a red one. That is the finish where it says. I don't know if you see the cursor. You
Yes,
see it?
yes, we see.
So, yeah, this is the start and this is the finish. And this is the elevation profile on the bottom of the page.
Okay.
The half marathon race, same points for start and finish, meaning this is the start, this is the finish. Of course, uh, it's longer, and the total elevation is only 59 meters. Uh, Basically, if you are a regular runner for long distances, you do not feel it. Also, the marathon race, only 100 meters total elevation. The roads are very good. The racetrack is flat, and you can easily do a personal best in any of these races. This is the weather in October. In the morning, 14 to 16 degrees. In the afternoon, basically after the race ended, it's 22 to 24. But if there are still runners on the track, it's something that can be handled. And in the evening, it's 20 degrees Celsius. It's more than perfect for a long distance run. In terms of support, of course, safety is always first. This is why first aid stations are no more than 3 minutes. If someone needs help, uh, an ambulance or a medic is there in no more than 3 minutes, or first aid station is no more than 250 meters away on the entire distance of 42 kilometers. Refreshment points, of course, from 5 to 5 kilometers, but, and I'm going back now to the 10K race, for example. On this segment, we usually place the refreshment points in the middle. So when we are coming from here, let's say you will have it at kilometer 5, but when you are coming back, you will have it also at kilometer 5.7 or so. So technically it's from 5 to 5 kilometers, but in reality it's more or less 2.53 kilometers one to another. Water, isotonic gels, snacks, fruits, classic products for any race like this.
So all the courses has every 5 kilometers aid stations, and there is water gels and everything for all courses, or just long courses?
Actually, you will not find gels, for example, in 10K race.
Yes.
Because the gel is a product needed more by the marathon runners or by the half marathon runners. So if you put it on refreshment points for 10K race, that's kind of waste. Many of them are beginners, and they do not quite know what to do with that gel. It's a product for those who know what is all about. But
Okay.
water is, except for the gels, water, isotonic, snacks, fruits, it's for everyone, all the races, including kids. Okay, kids will not have isotonic, it's not for them.
Okay.
The race kit starts with the t-shirt. Under Armour is our technical partner, so all the races.
This is a very good shirt. I'm wearing it
Yeah.
now. Very, very good shirt. I'm running it most of my runs in a couple of weeks. Very nice.
It's included in the race kit, and we always have this t-shirt you see in this picture, for example. It was in October 2022, so the previous edition of Bucharest Marathon. They are launching the collection within our events, during our events, and only if the race is on Sunday, you see first time the t-shirt in the race, and only starting Monday you will see the t-shirt in Under Armour stores. So you will be always the first to have such a t-shirt. It's always the new collection. Of course, everybody's getting the medal at the end of the race. It's quite big. Depending on the shape and design, it's somewhere around 8 to 10 centimeters in diameter. It's quite heavy. And of course, in the kit, there are products from our partners, sponsors, various kind of products. Pacers, of course, we have them. You can see those flags in the background. Depending on the time you want to have at the end of the race, you just follow the flag. They have different colors for each time, so you can find your time more easy. It's classic. We haven't reinvented the wheel here. All you know about times for pacers in any other event, we have the same. And now this is the place. This is the palace. This is the Constitution Square. It's called. It's the largest public space in Romania. It can easily accommodate 200,000 people. It's a place used on a day-to-day basis is a parking space, but all the big concerts like I don't know, Bon Jovi, for example, all the concerts are here, and also Expo is here with the ceremonies, awarding ceremonies, and warm-ups, and all the activities that are usually during an event. And the start point it's only from here, from the finish to the start point, it's 300 meters on the right. This is another angle of the same space. It's quite huge. If you cannot imagine from the picture, well, then you will have to believe me. It's really huge. When you get there, the first things that will come to your mind, seeing that place and the palace, is that you are a bit too small for that place. I can guarantee you that because this is happening to me all the time. Every time I'm going there, I have the same feeling. And here is the finish. After that, this is the refreshment point after the finish. Medical area is here, and we also have a TV studio. It's our own TV studio. Everything is live streamed on YouTube, Facebook, and televisions, but the entire production is done by us.
So there is a refreshment area. Sorry, there is a refreshment area for all finishers.
Yes, yes. You are finishing here, but water, fruits, and so on you are getting here. From here to here, it's 110 meters. We are not giving any kind of fruits or water here, not because we don't have it or it's a recommendation we have from the doctors, because they told us that it's a must for a runner, especially after the half marathon or the marathon. It's a must that runner to not to stop. It has to he or she has to keep moving, otherwise the muscles will block and will not move from that point unless there is an ambulance taking him. So this is why you are not getting here any kind of water or fruits. Of course, you are getting the medal.
Okay. And what is the big tent, the big white tent?
We don't have this big tent anymore. We have quit on this, but this used to be the expo inside. Now we have this kind of tents, a bit smaller, and it occupied pretty much space. This tent, it's the same content, but it's how should I say it? You can see things there. It's more open, the entire space. And also important, right after this is the, like I said, this is the refreshment point, and this tent, which is not so small, It's about 20 meters from here to here. That is the massage point. So all the runners, anyone who wants a massage after the race, it can go there. It's also free of charge for everyone. All our events are certified by World Athletics. The marathon event is also certified by World Marathon Majors as a qualifier for the World Championships, 40 plus World Championships. So if you come to our race and finish with a good time, you can go to the World age group world championship, which is all the time hosted by one of the major six, meaning New York, London, Tokyo, not Tokyo, New York, Berlin, London, Chicago, and Tokyo. I hope uh, I'm not wrong. They are members of AIMS, Association of Road Races Running. This is only 1 kilometer away from the start point. You will see this place in both directions when going on the race and when coming uh, to the finish line. What is a thing I like about Bucharest? If you are taking into consideration the historical documents, the city is about 600, 700 years old. But because of earthquakes, fires, and other disasters, actually the city itself is it's quite new, about 200 years old. But during the race, you can see so many ages of the city. It's very various what you are seeing there. You can see the communist buildings, you can see uh, buildings and places that have been built between during the 30s, the golden age of Europe between the two wars. Uh, it's a variety that there are only a few places in Europe that you can see. The race kits, of course, bib number, T-shirt, finisher medal, finisher's certificate, goodies, and yeah, there were also sanitary materials we had during the pandemic. And of course, we have also categories, a special category for wheelchairs and other people with disabilities. As I've said, the event is fully uh, broadcasted on social media, YouTube, Facebook mainly, and also on television. So if you are running in Bucharest and someone from home would like to know how it's the event or maybe to see you, there is a very good chance if watching this broadcast is a very good chance for he or she to see you during the race. There is also an application we have. It's on the mobile phone. It's called Run Romania. Uh, it's an application for both iOS and Android, and you can see in real time any runner where it is on the track during the race. And of course, many other features there, but this is, I guess, I consider is the most important one. Like any other serious event, we support charities. there are around 35 charities supported by Bucharest Marathon, and also the other two events have 20-25 charities that we support. These are some of them. Among some of them, maybe you know, they are international charities like Save the Children or Special Olympics. There are also hospice Home of Hopes. It's a British one. But there are also Romanian charities like Magic or We Don't Have Blood. This one is doing campaigns for blood donation. This is pretty much about the events, about us, about the city. All you have to do now is to come, to see, and to discover. And I realize now that I forgot an important thing, and most probably it's one of your questions, and it's related to the registration fee. Am I right?
Okay, yes.
The registration fee today, for example, for the marathon event in October, for the marathon race, it's 45 euros.
Okay.
And it includes everything that is here. Yep, it includes everything.
Do you have any recommendation? For example, if I come with a group for a weekend, yeah, Friday to Monday, for example, no, Thursday to Monday.
Yes,
What will you do in the city except expo and then the race?
there are a lot of things to do. First of all, if you are coming with a group and you want everybody to stay together in a hotel or in some accommodation facility, you will have to tell me so I can propose to you based on the number of runners uh, the most appropriate places to stay, meaning in terms of costs, in terms of distance to the start finish area, and so on. Things to do in Bucharest, well, because where it is, because this huge building is so close to the start finish area and to the expo, you can visit it. For a full guided tour, including the basement. The price, if I'm not wrong, it's about 30 euro or so. And it is a visit of 3.5 hours. And you will see a lot of things. You will have the impression that you have seen everything, but actually you have seen maybe 1% of what's inside. But the reaction when you visit this building, you will always say, "Wow, wow, wow!" It, there is in terms of records. Imagine that there are huge doors about 20-25 meters height, 25 meters height, made out of a single piece of wood.
Wow.
And they are totally handcrafted. So there was no automation. There was no machine to build those doors. So this is we are talking about what is inside. And by the way, it was made entirely with Romanian materials. Uh, you have to see it. You have to see it.
What
Another
about
thing,
shopping, restaurants?
Yeah, the restaurants are all over this area. Let me go to the beginning because you see this is the old center,
Yes.
and this picture is also taken from above the start point. So if you saw the river, the just cross the river and you get to the old city. It's there are a lot of restaurants. The prices are reasonable, decent, and so on. In terms of shopping, there are two shopping malls. I know they are the first option for those coming from Israel in Bucharest. One is Băneasa Shopping Center. It's on the way from the airport to the city, and the other one uh, is uh, is Afi Mall. Most probably you know the Afi company is the same Afi company as in Israel. They are the owners of that shopping mall.
Okay.
They are pretty big. They have all the brands possible. I'm not a fan of shopping, I have to admit it. Uh, And also, there is another thing you can do, and I recommend if you want to do it after the race, after the event. I mean, on Monday, only 20 kilometers away from the city, which more or less it's 25-30 minutes away from the city center. It's a place called Terme. Is the biggest spa and wellness center in southeastern Europe. I will send you also the link of that place to see how it is there. The price there for a full day, just a second, and you can go there all the time. It's 35 euro per person per day. You
Wow,
can
it's
go
very
there.
cheap.
Yeah, it's very cheap. I have sent you already the website. I don't know if you
Okay.
managed to access it. Uh,
Okay,
it's
so this is a good thing
it's
to do a day
spectacular.
after the race. To take the
Yeah,
cruise
yeah,
to
yeah.
Terma, it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, and in this 35 euros, you can go to the pool, you can go to the massage, you can go to the jacuzzi, you can go to all the things there.
You can easily
Basically,
spend like a half day over there, like the whole morning or something, very easily.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's good for recovery.
Yes.
Uh, Let
Um,
me.
can you recommend any hotels close to the start and finish area, like walking distance or something?
Novotel is a good option. Radisson is a good option. Intercontinental Athene Palace is a good option. These are five stars hotel. Also closer and these hotels from these hotels to the start area, start finish area, it's only 1 kilometer. It's basically nothing. Even
Perfect.
closer to the start finish area, there are four stars hotel, Europa Royal, Ibis Styles,
Ibis is
uh,
good.
and Ibis. There are three Ibis hotels very close to start finish area. There are many, and I can make a good suggestion only based on the number of the runners in a group, because I can recommend EP styles for groups up to 10, maybe 15 runners. But if the group is bigger, let's say 50 runners, I wouldn't recommend EBs because it's a small hotel compared to Golden Tulip, for example,
Okay.
which is also 4 stars and close to the city. these are the criteria I would use for recommendation. But there are
How
many
far is the
hotels.
airport? The airport from the city center?
It's 15 kilometers, but if the distance doesn't tell much, take into consideration that there is a direct train from the airport to the central station,
Uh-huh.
and it's about 20 minutes. And the central station it's 1.5 kilometers to the city center, and there is also a direct bus coming from the airport to the city center, and it takes around 35 minutes. And also important here, um, it's about the transportation, the cost of transportation, and how big is the network. The network of public transportation in Bucharest, of course, because the city is also is because the city is big. So the network of transportation is one of the biggest in Europe. There are buses, there are trolley buses, there are trams, and there is also the metro. The fee for a trip it's 60 cents, 60 euro cents, and when you go in a bus, there are all the options possible to pay the trip, so you don't have to find an office before getting into the bus. You just go into the bus and you can send an SMS to a number you will see in the bus, and it will take you 30 cents. You can use the credit card on those machines in the bus. You can use an application to buy a ticket. The price is the same, so you have all the options possible.
What about English? Everybody speak English? Is it easy to
Yeah,
get around in the city?
yeah. There is no way on the street if you want to find any information or something, any kind of help, you will always find someone speaking at least English.
And
Because
on the race itself, the signs are in English. Can I understand what's going on the race itself? Where to start, where to end, whatever.
I can say that the signs are universal because
Okay.
when you see the symbol for the half marathon, the 21K race, you know that that is your race, and you will follow that route. By the way, the beams are differently colored for each race. Yellow, for example, is for the marathon. Blue is for the 10K race, and you will see the same colors also on the signs. So there is no way to get lost or to go on other parts of the city instead of going to the race. I was saying about the English. You shouldn't be surprised to find people speaking French or Italian or Spanish. So also from or even Hebrew. As I said, there is a large community of Jewish people here.
I know
Yeah,
of a group of 50 runners coming to the races this year. I heard there's guys from a group called Esport. You know them, you know those guys, Alon.
mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
know there's like 50 runners coming from Israel.
yeah, at least.
Guys, you have other questions? Something you want to ask Lorenzo?
Yes, I have some questions. Hi.
Hi.
About the temperature, you said from 16 to 24, right?
Yes, but you see, from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., it's 14 to 16. If you do the marathon in 3 hours or 4 hours, it's 12. 12 o'clock, it's around 20, 21 degrees.
Okay, and
But
which time?
so sorry for interrupting you, but there is also another important detail here, is the humidity, which we do not have it. which is in Tel Aviv, but is not in Bucharest, because Tel Aviv is close to the sea, Bucharest is not close to the sea. And this is why, even if the temperature is a bit higher, you can support it. The body can support it.
What is the time in Bucharest for starting the 10, 20, 21, and 42K?
The 10 is the first race that starts, and
Which time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock
And
the 10 kilometers.
sorry?
8 o'clock is the 10 kilometers.
Yeah, it's the 10 kilometers, because there are around 4,000 runners there. So we have to move them very fast. That is a race that lasts for an hour or an hour and a half. And if this race starts at 8, the 21, 42, and the relay are starting together at 9 o'clock. And you might think that they are all mixed together at the start. Well, in front of the race, there are start sectors, and the first runners are from the marathon. After that, the half marathon, and the last sectors are the relay.
Okay, for the relay, it's only for 4 runners to do 42, 10, and 11.
It's more or less 10.5.
10.5 for 4 runners.
Four runners. Yeah, and they can be all men, they can be all women, or they can be men and women. It's no restrictions here. They can be 3 men, 1 woman, any combination.
They are running on the marathon route, right?
Yes, and there are changing points on the route.
So how can they get to the changing points by themselves, or they're
it's very easy. Yeah, by themselves, it's very easy to get there. There is always a metro station around, and when I'm saying metro station, it's no far than 200 or 300 meters away.
Okay.
I mean, when you go up from when you go outside from the metro, you will see the changing point. You cannot miss it.
And the last questions, the hotel that you talked, the 4 stars, are all them in the old area nearby the river, like you showed us?
Yeah, they are all there. 4 stars, 5 stars, they are all within 1 kilometer or 1.5 kilometers away from the start, which is I don't know, 10 minutes walking.
Okay, and in Sunday, the race is in Sunday, right?
Yeah, the competitive races are on Sunday, yes.
And the public transportation is in Sunday as all days. It's not regular or less or something like this.
The public transportation, the buses on. This is another important thing I forgot to tell you. On the entire the traffic is the car traffic is totally closed, so you will see on the roads only the runners. That means that if you have to go from one place to another, you have two options. Even walking, and you can walk because the distances are not big. Like I said, from the hotel to the start finish area, or if you finished the race and you want to go to the hotel and after that to go shopping, you can take the metro, because the metro covers the entire city.
Okay.
But you have everything there. It's quite compact.
So the metro is working like every other day, full service. Okay.
Yeah. For example, the metro is during Sundays, usually it's every 5 or 8 minutes, but because of the event, because the bus is have some of the buses are not are suspended. The metro will come in shorter intervals, meaning 2 or 3 minutes. And it's by the clock through 3 or 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, guys, if you have any more questions, I will give you Laurentio's email and you can contact with him directly. I will send you the recording of this session this evening. And I guess that's it. Laurentio, thank you very much for
Thank you too.
presentation.
Thank you.
We'll meet in October.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and meanwhile, until October, if you have any plan, not to come with the group, but if you have any plan to come to Bucharest for the half marathon event, or just to come to Bucharest to see it and to evaluate it, just give me a sign and I will offer you all the support you need.
Perfect.
It's
Thank you, guys.
only your decision.
Thank you very much. Good
You are
night.
most welcome.
Good night.
See you. Bye.
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 Bye.